Hello and welcome back to episode 6 of Dread Plays Civilization Beyond Earth. Now, last episode we managed to get a colony up in Nova Scotia, effectively meaning that once it's developed we should be able to effectively have a northern border drawn, which leaves all this land down here for expansion. And no one will hate us for it, we hope. And again, this is Civilization AI we're talking about, so we could settle on the moon and they'd still complain. Anyway, first things first, we've still got a bloody siege worm problem up there. Still, a disciple should take relatively short care of him. Keyword, should. Things can go wrong, and they often will. Anyway, let's go to Newfoundland, let's keep this going. See, the trade colonies are now my lifeblood, quite literally. Because I've got a little trick in the virtues, that means the more trade I've got, as in trade vessels physically bearing my colours, the more health I get. And that health effectively saved my arse.
What's ours is yours.
Well, Australia's getting a little bit matey for my taste. Just a little bit. Let's hope they don't realise what we're planning. Still, more energy, or help Nova Scotia grow. That's an order. Do a charging attack, whittle him down. It's being a bit passive as is already. Need to get a bit more developed first, Rupert's Land. Let's get that up. Let's get a cruiser up and start exploring the world. We've got this little lake area all nicely looked after, but we need more, much more. Ah, bollocks. Still, we've done it some damage, and some is better than none after all. Our ships are now exploring the oceans, seeking fresh land, fresh resources for the Empire, and it's all generally good so far. I still haven't thought far enough ahead to figure out how to actually win this, but I'm sure we'll think of something, he says with his fingers crossed. Ah, well. AN has discovered it's not mine. Ah, well. Yeah, get a network up. We could do with some extra research and culture. Oh, okay. As if you don't want us there. Fair enough, fair enough. You don't have to. We can take a move of it. Okay. But when the disciples come in, oh boy, are we going to have some fun. Did you see that? That's just me face palming. Still, if he's... It's just a alien nest in the middle of the ocean. Nothing to really worry about after all. Yeah, let's focus them all on Nova Scotia. And meanwhile... the robots came in 2 by 2, hurrah! Hurrah! I can't really deal with petroleum right now. My plant needs xenomass. Network would be nice. Would be nice. And artillery. Mainly because siege worms are dicks and those ranger gunner types aren't anywhere near powerful enough. Still. Ah, boy. Yep, diplomacy's gone down the toilet now. I am locked out of diplomacy and I can't do anything. As soon as I'm finished recording here, I'll try reinstalling, but I might have to kill the series for technical reasons. Sucky, yes. Annoying, hell yes. Need to have a think here, hold on. Magna Santi, Superior Engineering, Frugality, Studying. Need that. And we need a plan here. Fabrication. Yes! Found Jimboomer. That is a good name. Good name, I approve. Now, an optical surgery would be a nice touch, but that'd be a bit heavy on Thraxite. But we are planning to expand, so we'll go for it. How? Yeah, that's the point. So that ask how it helps health, but then eye strain and that kind of shit, not exactly something that's going to go away overnight. It's a fair bit of petrol up there, but we have no need of petroleum right now. Yeah. We've barely used any Thraxite or titanium. It seems to be a case of we don't give a smeg. And let's see what happens when a disciple decides to headbutt an alien. So those look like some very nice lasers, and I want to see some bullets fly. Oh boy, that looked awesome. That looked to be lasers. Proper fucking lasers. As in the pew pew pew. Do you know what this is? Pew 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 indeed, mofo. Pew pew pew. Did he just sail all the way? He did. You can't get the staff these days. You really can't. Still. At least we know we've got the southern bit of this continent locked down. I have no idea what... What the fuck?! Remind me never to go swimming again! Ever! Fresh underpants, please. That shit was really fucking scary. It's a piece of Tumpty Tumpty holy! Yeah, fuck our trade units aren't in trouble. Still. I don't need a petroleum well, I just need some food for Nova Scotia right now. Clear the miasma and keep the trade vessels going. Meanwhile, what would take the least? A trade depot up for you, and an optical surgery for you as well. We do need the health boost like mad. Still, we're extremely well off in energy. We'll have mag rails coming out of our ears in a few turns. And
Вперед, мастера войны!
Let us cry havoc! For this shit just got real! All units, this is Prime Commander Dread. We have had a declaration of war by the Russians. I repeat, we have a declaration of war. All units are to fall back to your designated locales and await further instructions. I repeat, all units are to fall back to your designated locales and await further instructions. Anything in non-immediate military production is to be suspended. I repeat, we are now at war. And here I was, hoping for a nice peaceful weekend. That's gonna... Yep, sunk. Surprise, bloody surprise. Okay. We're gonna need gunners. Lots of guns. Kavik, the Indians have got noisy too. Bloody alien huggers. Now we don't actually want to have to deal with any bloody long-range fights. Avalon can fire? Do so. Newfoundland can fire? Do so. Our artillery can fire? Do so. Shit. Our armour is useless at the moment. It's going to be a naval battle. Nova Scotia has now become the front line. All units have got 5 extra healing. No question, more healing. Right now we need it. The Brazilians are going for the Supremacy Tier 2. Okay, that's probably why they're invisible. How is it still healing? Sorry about not being very talkative. This is a really big oh shit moment. Guess I haven't had enough of being second fiddle and want to take charge. Okay. Tell disciples to close in. Taking Karabrost would slap them, but right now we just need to hold off, be the bigger man and not attack. As much as it sucks to be that artillery right now, well, let's just say we're going to show them that even if we're down, we're not out yet. Focus all firepower. They seem to be backwards in technology, but we shall make a point. They started the war, but we will be the ones to finish it, gentlemen. Get the autopant going. We will need full war production. As their main attack force seems to basically be gunboats. A cruiser would be slightly better, but we need to protect our borders at the same time. I know we've just lost the artillery up near Newfoundland, but Newfoundland can hold. It is not in a terrible situation. The gunner is to fortify. The armour is to be on roving duty. Okay. We have a cruiser at Beagle Station that is going to flank round as fast as we can. Probably should have seen this coming, but it's hard to say, really. We're just going to need to get guns. Lots of guns. Georgetown will hold. Newfoundland will hold. Nova Scotia is the weak link, and thankfully they haven't had the common bloody sense to make a play for that yet. Although they still seem to be kind of thinking they can get away with it. Even though we've sort of flattened 2.5 of their gunboats for merely one artillery unit, which on the grand scheme of things is a bit silly to presume you've won. But if they want to pretend they've won, we ain't going to stop them. Sand and Avalon are second line and generally doing a good job. Now, we'll take one of you lot out and one of you lot out. Still sure you want to go after us, Ivan? You seem to have had your arse handed to you quite badly. Cybernetics or orbital laser? That is extremely tempting. Extremely fucking tempting. Let's do it. A giant fucking orbital laser. The Russians won't know what hit them. I've always wanted a game where I can be an evil genius. After all, is that not the goal of a war? To not be the one who fires the first shot, but to be the one that ensures that the first shot is made on your terms, not theirs. Anyways. Yeah, like I said. The cruiser's going to stay just out of range until they make another ill-advised attempt, shall we say. Or alternatively, we could just, bombard the shit out of them. Let's do that. Act as distractionary while, the main... Ooh. Beefy. I like it. A carrier would bring a hell of a lot of pain down on them, but... something just nice about a battery of rockets that you can just lob at someone. Just trying to think. Okay, yeah, I'm going really quiet. Trying to think and talk at the same time is never exactly a great idea. And this is one of those moments. Oh look, enemy. Oh look, enemy units. Still think you're gonna win, do you? Like I said, we have motherfucking lasers. Lasers.
What's ours is yours. For a price.
Yes. I'm trying to decide if this is the mod acting up or... well... Oh, they've actually got anti-air defense. Oh look, they've actually got some firepower. Not that it really matters. Adept blue for science. You bastards! I was going to build there! Well, who's up for a little bit of persuasion, shall we say? Let's get an alloy foundry going. We've got a gunner at Beagle Station ready to rock. We've got artillery overlooking Newfoundland. That was more of a skirmish than an actual battle, but well, a worker would be extremely nice in getting not just the mag rail system set up, but helping out around Beagle Station, because that's been let down a bit in the years. Oh look, they're trying again. More missiles! Thwack, thwack, boom, 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 boom. Next turn. I mean, like I said, we've got a goddamn laser beam inbound. Give it a couple of turns and we will have frickin' laser beams. No news on the sharks yet, but lasers. Anyway, so as I'm wrapping it up, I feel achieved. The other nations have perceived me of enough of a threat to be able to sort of team up to take me out. But because I know how to defend, they're just harmlessly crashing against my defences, which is extremely satisfying, I might add. Adept Blue might be a weak link in the chain in the long run, because all it'd take is Ivan to just go, ooh, we can take that. Toot, 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 mofos. Oh, look, we've just taken them. Oh, look, we've got a land base. Oh, look, we're attacking. Yeah, so that might not be the best plan, but as of right now, we are doing well for ourselves, bugs and glitches notwithstanding. Because if those bugs and glitches get any better, I'm going to have to bloody well can the LP. I've got no decision control in blooming, what's the word? In diplomacy as is. I can basically hit enter and that's it. So if that keeps going, I'm going to have to can the series. But, well, you all had fun watching it, didn't you? Anyway, let's see how it goes. But for now, don't forget to like, comment, rate and subscribe. And as always, I will see you next time, so bye!